The all-new 22 Civic, now on sale at Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Thank the Lord it is Friday. Woof, has it been a week, huh?
Hey, look, you know what? That's exactly right. It's the perfect exclamation. It has been. It's been a moment this week. It's been a long year this week for lots of folks.
Yeah.
But as you step out right now, you know, sunrise is obviously well on its way here in South Louisiana. It has risen. It rose over a nice chilly temperature. But also what it rose over this morning is we got going. Like 4 o'clock this morning, Liz, we started having issues on the roads, particularly the interstate, locked up. And that dragged on for a number of hours.
Yeah, and we're actually going to show you that. This is the story that we are updating constantly as we now learn about the investigation as to that. So that was an incident started at Matt said for this morning.
Man.
Yeah. So let's start with what happened.
Yeah.
Somebody steals an ambulance from Butte, leads police on a chase all the way to Baton Rouge, hits 2 state trooper units on the interstate.
Right there.
Thankfully, no injury. But that's a chaos.
So yeah, obviously, all right, we got a bit of an issue out here.
Yeah.
So what they do is they end up having to shut everything down. And for a little while, Liz, this morning, it looked like they were going to be able to clear everything up and maybe get it back in working order before the rush hour hit. Not the case. It stretched on until about 7, 8 o'clock-ish before everything got reopened again. They had to lay down some sand to soak up some, some chemical, probably gas. And then they had to get out there and then spread the sand out a little bit before they fully opened it up. So the backups were just crazy long all the way past the merge, but thankfully now you're not having to deal with that. This is I-10
in real time at 9:17.
Exactly at Perkins, so kind of just past where it happened.
Yeah. And
it's all clear. They were letting folks get on for a little while right there at Perkins, but man, what a mess. What a mess this morning.
Yeah, those backups causing backups all the way to the 10-12 split. So a lot of you, if you were driving into Baton Rouge this morning, into downtown Baton Rouge, you may have found yourself in that mess. But the good news here, this is what traffic is looking like at 9:17 a.m. on a Friday after that chaos. So as we learn more about what happens next, we'll keep you posted and update that story.
Did you place your bet?
I did not, because I'm scared to lose my money.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Look, I've got, if I were to start doing that, my wife would be like, what the hell is wrong with you?
But it is lucrative if you bet right.
Here's the thing, 8 o'clock this morning, and we've been talking about this for a while. Well, actually, Louisiana's been talking about sports betting for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then the natural progression with that would be mobile sports betting. Well, here you go. It is legal in most parishes now in Louisiana.
I don't know if it's legal to bet your children, but you could use currency, like monetary currency.
Well, we'll see what the apps will allow.
It's still day one.
It
is.
Still
hour one. We're going in hour 2 now.
Getting started.
We'll see what happens.
Just getting started.
It is a big day in Louisiana with big games this weekend.
So exactly, just in time for the AFC NFC title game this weekend, or all the other games that you'd ever want to think about. You're going to have a set amount of money, and the Gaming Control Board, the commissioner, thinking about maybe what, $50-ish million in revenue potentially for Louisiana. And that money then gets kind of divvied up to certain places in the state.
That's it. And remember, only 55 parishes in Louisiana, because of voters, are allowed to participate in this. Nine parishes opting out of it. But this is big when it comes to that revenue that's being generated for our state. That money, whereas people were going out of state to make these bets before, now staying in the Bayou State.
Which is a very big deal. Yeah. And a lot of that money can go towards education. Some of that money will be going towards gambling, exactly right. And Liz mentioned something, and about the fact that it's 55 of the 64 parishes, which is accurate. Maybe some are thinking, well, that's just the dumbest. So here's the thing, you go to a physical site, and sure, you cross the parish line. That particular parish does not have it. That's easy to monitor. This is
the beauty of geofencing.
So how do they get around all this? She just mentioned it. It is something called geofencing. Now, how accurate is it? I mean, like, to the moment. Now, you can get pretty accurate when it comes to, making your way around the world today with your little maps and all that fun stuff. So how accurate is the geofencing? Oh, and it should be noted as well, in those 9 parishes, if you happen to be in one of them, you can still download the app, you can still look at the app, you can still figure out all the bets that you want to do, peruse. But you cannot actually place a bet in those 9 parishes. You have to cross over into one of the parishes, and the geofencing will figure that out, hopefully within a few feet, right? Place your bet and then go back home. It's a little weird,
Yeah.
but it's just getting going.
So that's why you kept seeing those commercials that saying coming soon, coming soon, coming soon. After it was passed, it took them a minute to figure that out.
All this.
Because Louisiana,
Right.
9 parishes,
Right.
voters in 9 parishes said, no, we don't
Yes,
want it.
exactly.
They had to figure out a way, well, how can we do it where the people who did say yes can participate
Right.
and we can make money off of them
Right.
and it'll be easy to do it. Not easy to do.
Not
It's
easy to
the
do.
first time it's unveiled in our state. 8 a.m. today that went live, but fascinating concept.
Really
When
is.
You can go to the next parish.
I got to,
Ta-da.
let me just walk across the street,
Right.
you know, if I happen to live right, hold on.
Make her lose some money.
Right.
That's wild.
Oh, right.
What
So-
a time we're living in.
I'm telling you, apparently. There you go. So all that going on right now. There's a lot going on today and tomorrow in the world of COVID-19 and testings and vaccines. So much, in fact, that this is waiting for you in the 9 News app and WAFB.com.
So when you go here, we have the link to a lot of different events listed in
Right
bold.
stuff.
Whether you need to call or register ahead of time, some are not pre-registration required. So just depending on who is getting vaccinated, like your child, yourself, an elderly person, you're getting boosted. All of the requirements are just different. So
Right.
that's why our web team has come up with a comprehensive story about where you can go and depending on where you live,
Correct.
all the different resources to either get tested or vaccinated.
Seriously broken down, like by day, by time, by hour, by place. It really is a pretty simple way to do it. Again, as Liz mentioned, the web team, the digital team, all over it for you. So find this story. Look for what looks to appear to be like a giant firework over downtown Baton Rouge. We wish it was. It's a damn virus. This was actually Callie Hubbard's story this morning, talking about this. Here's the thing. I know it's kind of like, hey, check the smoke alarm. That may get a little bit tired. You hear it all the time, but it's very important. I know we talked about this as well. Blood supply is at a critical level right now. Yes, I know you hear it, but it's important to keep that conversation going because that's the reality.
So think about this. If you think about, you never know when you, your loved one, your neighbor, your teacher, your kids' teachers will get into a car accident. If they get into a critical enough accident, they're going to need blood on the shelves ahead of time. When you donate blood, it takes time for that blood to get tested, processed, and then back on the shelf. So the blood needs to be on the shelves for these people. We're talking about not only for major traumatic accidents, burn unit patients. Yeah, LifeShare single-handedly supplies all the blood for the Baton Rouge General burn unit there in Mid-City. If they have no blood on the shelves, they have to delay surgeries. They have to delay care.
How do you delay that?
You can't.
Exactly
That's
right.
the problem.
Somebody gets on the wrong side of this. So what can you do? Well, we just kind of mentioned it. Liz sure did. The LifeShare Blood Center, you know the one. You got schedule an appointment here, and this is, look, just giving is the reason you do it to begin with.
Yeah, to save 3 lives.
To save a few lives with just that one pint that you're going to donate. But while you're over there, you can get a little something as well. A king cake from the Heavenly Donor.
I mean, that's a sweet
Look,
incentive.
this is good looking.
Not only are you saving lives, but you get a large
It is.
The Heavenly Donor.
They were showing
king
it off
cake.
this morning.
Yeah. So schedule your appointment because of COVID. They're asking folks to make an appointment ahead of time to come into the center.
It's super easy.
It is, and it literally takes about less than an hour of your time.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Please do this, not only for the goodness of the community and saving people, but get a sweet treat while you're at it. Kick off the weekend with a large king cake.
Bring that home, the kids will be happy.
Ooh,
absolutely
yes,
guaranteed.
Yeah.
This is going on today. We actually talked about this over at Southern Law Center, an expungement event happening for folks who may need a little help there.
Yeah, so these usually do well, and if you don't know what it is, that probably means you don't have a criminal record or anything on your record.
Charges, right?
But if you do know someone who may, or maybe have someone who has worked towards cleaning that record, or
getting
wants
going in the right
a
direction.
fresh start, this is a perfect opportunity for them to kind of get things right moving right in the right direction. So the folks over at the Southern University Law Center want you to come on out. Is it 1 p.m. today?
Yeah, 1 o'clock till 5 o'clock.
That's it. Head on over to their campus so they can kind of guide you through expunging any previous records.
Obviously, this probably goes without saying. Let's just say it anyway. When you show up, you got to have all the materials and all the necessary information related to your case that you're potentially thinking about possibly getting expunged. To bring all that information. But there's the date. There's the time. There's where you go. There's literally down to the room where you go. Find this online, WAP.com and 9 News app, if you, someone you know, think this might be beneficial.
It is. Totally.
Did you see this?
I did. I saw that this morning.
Well,
Sneak in between the sports gambling.
Exactly. So the Saints, we all know what's going on here. Sean Payton has decided to call it a career, at least for now. We'll see about that. So who's the next candidate? Is it going to be somebody already in the black and gold, already on the sideline, or actually they have a few candidates in mind that they're already looking at? And this is a brand new name for those who do not know. Brian Flores, he used to be the head coach over at the Miami Dolphins, who actually after a couple of pretty good seasons, decent seasons, certainly for Miami, they let him go. So he's out there, and now he apparently is going to be one of the candidates. Until a hire is made, this is going to be a gigantic headline maker. Everybody wants to know who's going to be the guy in the headphones for the Saints.
That's it. And so we've got a couple candidates in the running now.
Not a few.
But as the names get added to the list, only time will tell.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Defensive coordinator. He's actually got the blessing of
A
former
bunch
coach
of former
Sean
Saints.
Payton.
Absolutely.
So who is going to be named, and when will we find out?
Yeah.
Both multi-million-dollar questions, I assume.
No,
assume.
you're absolutely right. Multi.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend nearly that amount of money to get out and be a part of Baton Rouge Restaurant Week.
Yeah, you got 2 more days.
They've actually cut a whole bunch of deals, so the check's going to be a lot less than that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And when you go dine out with Baton Rouge Restaurant Week at any of the participating restaurants, and just a heads up, I've just learned this. So Eat BR, Dig BR, the website that lists all the menus, those are not. That's not the limit to the restaurants participating. You could stop in at any one of your favorite Baton Rouge restaurants. They may be participating. They just didn't submit their menu online. So use that and don't limit yourself to saying, well, I don't want to go to any of these. Go to your favorite restaurant. They may be offering a special Restaurant Week menu at a discounted price.
And wherever you are, you can throw the picture up on Instagram with the hashtag EatBR.
And they will donate to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank.
$2 making its way over to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank.
Yes.
But it is today and tomorrow. That is now the extent that we've come down to the final couple days for this run of Baton Rouge Restaurant Week. Always a great time to, well, not only get out there and pay attention to our local eateries, but maybe for you as well, find some place that you've not been before or you heard about and like I've been dying to try.
This is the week to try it.
There you go.
Go for it.
Come on, get out there.
Yeah.
Have yourself a lunch or a dinner.
And then let us know about it as we talk about everything on WAFB Plus. This is the area where we can talk more in depth and have more time to breathe about all the different stories that are happening in our part of the world.
There's a lot going on too.
Too much, in fact.
There is, like we were saying earlier, man. It's felt like one of them long weeks, but we're gonna do it all for you. Put you in all these spots right here: Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, WAFB Plus. Still building out all the shows that we're gonna be presenting to you. Obviously, every morning, Monday through Friday at 9:15, you can find us right here for 9 News Now, just kind of stepping you through some of the stuff, getting you ready for the day ahead, and in this case, the weekend ahead as well.
That's it. For the weekend ahead, it's going to be cold.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be cold, and this is exactly what Jared and what Jeff have been telling us all morning long this week. You see where we're headed today, and then you see, look at the 29. So kind of a light freeze. It's not one of those pipes things.
Marketed in different colors.
It is. Look at them getting all fancy. And so then that's tonight into tomorrow morning. And then a warm-up begins. It's a nice clear weekend as far as rain. There is none. You get into the work week next week. It's still warm, and that's when that next front shows up. And this one's going to bring some rain with it.
Ooh, we'll be tracking all of this and more for you as we get into next week. But enjoy your weekend. Oh,
absolutely. Get out there. Get out there and enjoy Baton Rouge Restaurant Week. Get out there and enjoy all the fun stuff. Enjoy that weekend. Hey, you know what? We'll see you at noon a little bit later on.